Talking Stick Resort has one premier loyalty experience, Salt River Rewards. Join and get up to $25 in free play. Visit saltriverrewards.com to get started. Avnet, delivering what's next in technology every time we take the field. By Ram. Hurry in for the Ram Declaration of Deals. Nothing stops Ram. And by Morgan & Morgan.
This one is way out of here, gone.
This has been the Diamondbacks BP Show.
Celebrate Independence Day with the D-backs on Saturday, July 4th. Enjoy an extended post-game fireworks spectacular show presented by Bar S. Get your tickets today at dbacks.com.
12 News is dedicated to the Diamondbacks. Tune in free over the air to watch select Friday home games, followed by 12 News at 10. And for complete coverage, stream D-backs on Deck. Available
David Peterson on to pitch. Jacob Marcy loses the bat, which hits the netting and stays right there. How about that? Wow.
Clanked it, hit him in the head, and oh no. That could be a home run. That is a home run, almost Canseco style.
Hey, Willie. You can do whatever you like, but I really don't think you want to do it this way.
No, Raymond is pitching for Trout, apparently. There. Oh.
DJ Kitty has now entered the picture with Raymond, and the standoff is over.
Dominic Smith leads off for Atlanta.
Pitch on the way. Dominic Smith hammers one. A mile high, a mile deep, a majestic shot, and it's 2-0 Braves. What a display of power by Dominic Smith. A home run deep over the right field wall, and it's 2-0 Atlanta.
Boy, that was such a pretty swing. Dominic just pulls his hands in and gets the barrel to it, and that ball cleared the fence. I waved goodbye as it was going over. It was smoked.
It's the great mascot race. Here we go. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go. Is going wild. It's the home stretch. For a win. It's the play at the plate. It's the Pirate Parrot. Congratulations on winning the great mascot race.
Fastball popped up off first base, down the line. Mattingly may have a play. Look at this.
Look at this. I love it. That's great.
Now that is just a taste of the sort of involvement that Don Mattingly wants to get from fans who come to Yankee Stadium.
Look at that little red-headed fella.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's now at LiveNation.com.
1-0. Bat swung on and barreled out to deep left center field. Meadows is going back. He's looking. Oh, there it goes!
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball. Brought to you by Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort has one premier loyalty experience, Salt River Rewards. Join and get up to $25 in free play. Visit saltriverrewards.com to get started. Avnet, your hometown partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. By Jeep. Hurry in for the Jeep Declaration of Deals. Jeep, there's only one. And by Morgan & Morgan.
1-1, swung on, lifted high and deep, left center field. Pages back to the fence. He leaps. This ball is gone.
Diamondbacks Radio Network.
Broadcasting live from Chase Field in downtown Phoenix, it is once again time for Arizona Diamondbacks baseball. And tonight, the D-backs are looking to pick up a series win and their 8th consecutive victory against the visiting San Francisco Giants. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the Greg Schulte radio booth. My name is Chris Garagiola. I am joined by our analyst, longtime Major League pitcher Tom Candiotti. We're also joined by Steve Zinsmeister. Leo Gilmartin is our producer, engineer, and Ali Narini is our technical director back in studio. Candy, what what a heater the Diamondbacks are on when they are playing the Giants. Haven't lost to them yet so far this season. They've come at the perfect time, just given how difficult the month of June has been. And now, the biggest story certainly going into this game is going to be Brandon Pfaadt's return to the rotation as he takes on righty Landon Roop.
It's going to be a big outing for Brandon and for the D-backs because, the depth in their pitching staff is really kind of dwindled. So you really need to have a reliable arm come up. And Brandon in the past has had glimpses of that. And let's hope that, he can kind of capture some of that right now. Perfect team for him to pitch against. The sweeper really plays well against the right-handed hitters. The left-handed hitters is what we have to pay attention to because he does struggle against lefties, particularly with his sweeper. And even all his pitches really against lefties. They hit 316 against him with a lot of slug. So those are the matchups you really have to watch.
Candy, give us a little bit of insight. Pfaadt, he went down. Some of the work that needed to be done was certainly on the execution side of things. But just talking to people within the organization, it really seemed...
Time for the great mascot race. Ready, go. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go. It's a wild crowd. It's the home stretch. It's too close to call. It's the play at the plate. It's Orbit. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
We saw him last night hit 3 line drives. Didn't get any hits out of him, but he hit the ball hard. And Devers, I think he's starting to, he looks like a force at the plate again. I mean, these guys can hit a little bit. So you got to make pitches. You're just not going to roll over this lineup.
It'll be a great test for Brandon Pfaadt in his return to the major leagues. We will see how he does against this Giants offense. Landon Roop, meanwhile, he's done well over his last couple of outings. We'll talk more about him in a moment. But we are going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll get to the starting lineups. And then it's time for first pitch. It's the Giants and the Diamondbacks. And the play-by-play action comes your way right after this on the Morgan & Morgan Diamondbacks Radio Network.
Big wins are waiting this July at Casino Arizona. Join us for the final grand prize drawing on July 29th from 6 to 8 p.m., where you could take home a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler or your share of $25,000 cash. Continue earning entries now through July 29th. The countdown is on. Get all the details at CasinoArizona.com. Casino Arizona, uniquely Arizona. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
Life moves fast. It's fierce, persistent, determined. At City of Hope Cancer Center, we are too. Our groundbreaking research and discoveries have impacted millions of lives globally, moving science forward with the hope, passion, and speed every diagnosis deserves for a cancer-free future. City of Hope Phoenix, pursuing cancer cures at the speed of life.
Is your AC ready for summer? Emergency Air, proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks, truly cleans your system while the other guys just check a box. Their techs spend up to 2 hours deep cleaning, basically refurbishing your unit. They guarantee it won't break down this summer or the service is free. First-time customers get this service for just $39.
Ashcraft with 10 strikeouts and no walks.
And he was as sharp as can be. Slider, curveball, fastball, a couple change-up splits mixed in there. Everything was working for Braxton Ashcraft this evening.
Mookie Betts to start the second for the Dodgers against Joe Ryan. Drives this ball to deep left center field. Larnach going back at the track at the wall. Goodbye. 399 feet, 300 home runs for Mookie Betts' career. That is incredible. His 4th career pinch hit home run. And the Cardiac Kids come back again.
Here's the man of the hour right there, number 7, Dansby Swanson. What a day.
Dansby Swanson, the first player in Cubs franchise history with 3 straight 4-plus RBI games.
It is out of here! And this game is over!
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Corbin Carroll, and in the cleanup spot it'll be catcher Gabriel Moreno. Batting 5th, DH Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Batting 6th in left field, Max Kepler. Batting 7th, third baseman Nolan Arenado. Batting 8th at first base, Pavin Smith. And rounding out the starting 9, center fielder Jorge Barrosa. Again, the Diamondbacks are lined up with Marte, Perdomo, Carroll, Moreno, Gurriel, Kepler, Arenado, Smith, and Barrosa. And Candy back on the mound at Chase Field for the Diamondbacks. It'll be right-hander Brandon Pfaadt.
Yeah, Brandon will be making his 4th start of the year. He's had 13 appearances out of the bullpen, so kind of started out as a starter and went to the bullpen. Right now he's in a situation, you kind of need his arm. We're going to see if his confidence is back up and he's throwing the ball well. And if so, he's got the stuff to be able to calm this lineup that the Giants have. Curveball, hitters only hitting 179 against it this year. Sweeper, only 174 against it. The 2 big things to watch with Brandon are his walks. He's walking over 4 guys per 9 and the home run ball. He's given up 7 home runs in 38 innings. You know, that's 1.66 home runs per 9. That's a little bit on the high side. He does keep the ball on the ground. He's given up more ground balls than fly balls this year, and a lot of that has to do with this 2-seamer. So, in order for him to be successful, got to keep the walks down and keep the ball in the ballpark.
That is our pitching report, which is brought to you by Jeep. Hurry in for the Ram declaration of deals. Nothing stops a Ram. Clear skies, 96 degrees outside. All things considered for the 30th of June. It's not the hottest it could have been, but temperatures are supposed to heat up towards the weekend, so enjoy it while you can. The roof is closed, the panels are closed, and it'll be 79 degrees inside of Chase Field for Game 2 against the Diamondbacks and the Giants. Our first pitch time and temperature reports brought to you by Collins Comfort Masters. When the time comes, call 480-NO-WORRY for all of your air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, and water filtration needs. Pfaadt is ready, so 2 is a rise. We're off and running, and the first pitch is a strike at the top of the zone. Away we go on schedule at 6:40.
This is one guy you got to be careful with. Arise 10 for 21 against Brandon. That's a lot of hits in those 21 at-bats.
The 0-1 is a changeup swung on and missed. Pfaadt is ahead here, 0-2. One of the challenges for Brandon Pfaadt, and specifically the Diamondbacks, when he got sent back down to Reno, it was not to improve as a reliever, but to improve as a starter, and that means stretching out his pitch counts between each outing. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, ground ball up the middle, and that will sneak on through. An 0-2 base hit for Luis Arraez.
Well, he's so good at making contact, and it seems like he finds the holes, but you look at that pitch, it's just a ground ball. It just happened to find the right place.
So the leadoff man is aboard here for Bryce Eldridge. Fott made 3 starts down with the Aces. He threw very, very well. Had a 1.80 ERA in 10 innings. But he never threw more than 3 2/3 innings. As the first pitch to Eldridge, that is going to be a strike at the knees. The count is 0-1. Fott is a strange character this year at times, Candy, because of the walks that you reference, almost 4 per 9, but at the same time, he is somehow also a perennial strike thrower.
Throws a lot of strikes, but sometimes he gets out of sync, and the walks usually come in bunches, and then makes the adjustment, and then he's good. But normally he's on the attack, always throwing the ball over the plate. Be nice to get the ball down, get a ground ball on this guy. It could be a double play. That's what he needs.
0-1 changeup missed outside. It's 1-1. 1 on, nobody out. Top of the first, and a pitch by Fott. Swung on. That's a high pop-up third base side near the Diamondback dugout. Arenado into foul territory. He's got room, and he'll make the catch. And that's the first out of the first inning.
Boy, nicely done. Again, that's his four-seam fastball. Got it in there and a little bit in on his hands and forced a little pop-up.
So this will bring up Casey Schmidt. In Fott's first start down with the Aces, he only threw a total of 33 pitches. He threw 26 strikes. That's what we're talking about by a guy who fills up the strike zone. His next start, he threw 45 pitches. As there's a quick throw to first, and Arraez is back there safely. And the start after that, his third and final start before getting recalled here to the big leagues, he threw 52 pitches. So just doing some simple math, D-backs would be thrilled to see him get to about 65 pitches today before calling it a night. And now here is the first one to Schmidt. Runner bluffs. The pitch is swung on, and that is fouled back. Cutter, middle part of the plate, a little bit elevated, and the count is 0-1.
You got to be careful making a mistake to this guy. He's a different type of hitter right now. He's swinging with a lot of confidence and a lot of authority. That was a big cut on a pitch that just kind of hung there for him.
287 average, despite the fact that he went 0 for 3 yesterday with a sac fly. Holds the bat over his shoulders. Right-handed hitter is Schmidt. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and grounded towards third. Well, that'll bounce foul. And now Fott, he's got options here ahead 0-2.
Yeah, that's a really good sinker. The location on that one was inside. Very difficult for a right-handed hitter to hit that right-handed pitcher's sinker when it's located down and in.
Fott has struggled with strikeouts this year. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on. That's another pop-up. Left side of the infield. Perdomo shooing away Max Kepler. And the shortstop will reach up and make the snag. And there's 2 down in the top of the first.
Boy, that was a sweeper, and I think he was trying to get this one outside, and it left it over the middle of the plate. Schmidt had a time, but he was underneath it, and that's another pop-up.
Well, you can't leave it over to the middle of the plate to this guy. Here's Rafael Devers.
Yeah, I think, this is his kryptonite. You got to be careful with the lefties. They hit .316 against him, and, 6 of the 7 home runs he's given up.
Devers takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Devers, not only is he a quality hitter, I know the average isn't necessarily reflecting it this year, but he's also a good out-of-the-zone hitter. You could throw it up out of the zone. You could throw it in off the plate. He could still put the barrel to it. There's a 1-0. And Devers out in front of a changeup, fouls it straight back, and the count is 1-1.
Spray hitter. He's not afraid to take that ball to left center field, but he's got pop everywhere.
1 ball and 1 strike. Fought, set, and ready. And now the 1-1 pitch on the way. Devers, again, out in front. That was a cutter under 90 miles an hour, and he fouls it back. It's 1-2.
And if you ever see Devers stand in the batter's box, it's very interesting. It's very unique. Very, very open in his stance. But what it does It enables him to generate a little bit more load than most hitters. That front foot is way open, and he brings it back almost like lifting his leg like he's a pitcher. And he really loads on his backside.
1-2. Outside, missed with a curveball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And that's where his power comes from.
I mean, it really is incredible, even pre-load. That right leg is almost out of the batter's box. That's how far to the right it is. The 2-2. Devers takes it high, and they count full.
Trying to come, look like a cut fastball, maybe a four-seamer up and in. Trying to jam him inside, especially after that changeup away on the previous pitch.
Three-two. Devers swings, sends it out towards the left field corner. Kepler giving chase away, and Kepler, did he make the catch? Yes, he did. What a play by Max Kepler, right up against the wall in foul territory. And that's going to do it for the Giants here in the top of the first inning. Some nice defense right out of the gates, and it's a scoreless first for Brandon Pfaadt as we go to the bottom of the first. Giants nothing. D-backs coming up on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Of us healthy. Dignity Health's primary care providers help you coordinate your family's care, including annual physicals, screenings, and immunizations. So keep your home team healthy. Find a provider and schedule an appointment today at dignityhealth.org/DHMG.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Bottom of the first inning, first pitch to Ketel Marte. That is a fastball. The miss just a little bit high for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes.
Roop is going to come at you with basically both fastballs, a curveball, a changeup, and a cutter. He's striking out almost 10 guys per 9. He gets his strikeouts, but high walk rate, over 3.5 walks per 9. Keeps the ball in the ballpark. How about this? 5 home runs in 86 1/3 innings.
That is very well done. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Ketel. And he swings and grounds it weakly up the first base line. That is a fair ball. Root picks it up and, throws to first and right in the running path of Marte. Devers makes the catch. The two collide, but instead of going down, they embrace one another and avoid further injury.
Yeah, very, very dangerous play. When Roop catches this ball, his momentum carries him across the bag, and Devers didn't read that. Devers read that he was going to catch the ball in play and then throw the ball on the inside of first base in play. Instead of, if he would have recognized that, he would have went on the outside foul part of the bag to make that play easy.
So 1 down, and this is going to bring up Geraldo Perdomo. A huge hit in the game yesterday did Perdomo. Bases clearing double back in the 5th. That was his only hit. He went 1 for 3 with a walk. And now Perdomo takes a called strike for our very vocal home plate umpire, Ryan Blackney. He's joined by Nick Marley at first, Ben May at second, and Trip Gibson is the crew chief over at third base tonight.
A lot of sinkers, curveballs, and changeups. Sinker, really the big thing. Again, he gets about 50% ground balls.
0-1. Breaking ball just missed outside. Evens a count of 1-1. Candy, you have just described kind of the repertoire of Roop, the success he's had. When you look at the keys for this offense, what sticks out to you most?
Well, I think you got to take your walks against them. Again, anytime you see someone that's averaging over 3.5 walks per 9, be patient up there. Make them throw some pitches. Try to draw your walks. Get some base runners that way.
Today's keys to the game brought to you by Chapman Automotive Group. 60 years, 20 locations statewide. Perdomo got sawed off by a cutter, so he is behind 1-2. No score, bottom of inning number 1. And out of the windup, 1-2 pitch. The two-seamer missed inside. Roop thought he had it. He'll have to think again. 2-2.
That was the comeback sinker. He thought he started inside, which he did, and it froze Perdomo, and Roop thought that ball made it all the way back to the strike zone, which it did not.
2-2. Outside for ball 3. Tried the changeup but missed. It's an eclectic pitch mix. I mean, just look at this at bat. 2 sinkers, a cutter, a curveball, and changeup. How about a knuckleball?
It's just basic. He knows he's got a really good sinker, and everything else feeds off of that.
Swing on the 3-2. Perdomo fouls it straight back over our heads.
Well, this is the right guy to work the count and draw a walk, Perdomo. You like to see him get on base. Corbin Carroll be hitting behind him as usual.
3-2 curve. That's going to be low, and that's a walk. Perdomo fell behind a ball at 2 strikes, but the sign of a great hitter is the ability to keep your cool when you're down in the count. That's exactly what he did.
Well, those are the at-bats that, Perdomo had last year. He just kept working the count until he got a good pitch to hit. If he didn't get a good pitch to hit, he just battled up there till he drew the walk.
So Perdomo is aboard here with Corbin Carroll coming up. And the first pitch to Carroll. Strike on the inner edge. Thought that might have been just a touch off the plate, but nope. Change up, strike 1. Carroll hitting .276, 13 homers, and 43 driven in. Here's the 0-1. And Carroll takes it outside. It's going to be another great season for Corbin. Don't make any mistake about it. But he has slowed down just a little bit over the last couple of weeks. The pitch swung on, drilled foul left side. And the count is 1-2. By his lofty standards, you look at the last 2 weeks of games he's played in, he's hitting .245 with an OPS of .725. Again, it's fine. It's a little bit above league average, but Corbin isn't a slightly above league average player. He's a superstar.
He is a superstar. There's a lot more in the tank.
Runner just took off. Carroll takes the pitch high, and Perdomo's got himself a stolen base. Boy, if he had just stepped off, Perdomo would have been a sitting duck. Instead, he gets into scoring position.
It always amazes me how so many right-handed pitchers don't actually see the leadoffs of some of the players over at first base. And he completely did not see Perdomo at all.
12th stolen base of the year for Perdomo. And now the 2-2. Oh, Carroll. Good pass at the ball. Fouled it straight back.
He connected on that ball. It was still going. I mean, huge cut on a very hittable pitch.
Two and 2. And now the pitch to Carroll. Swing and a miss. Got him with a high fastball. And that's the first strikeout for Landon Roop.
Boy, went upstairs with the cutter. A lot of sinkers and cutters. Got him to chase that one. He does strike guys out. We said just shy 10 strikeouts per 9.
So it's up to Gabby Moreno here with a runner at second and 2 gone. No score, bottom of the first. Roop ready. And the first pitch is taken below the knees for ball 1. Well, they're making him work here in this first inning, despite the fact he only faced a total of 4 hitters. Roop has already thrown 17 pitches. And now pitch number 18 in this first inning is also out of the zone. It's a curveball in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Gabby has been surging the last month of the season for the Diamondbacks. Depending on how the homestand goes, he could find himself close to 285, 290. By the time they hit the road next, the 2-0 pitch upstairs, ball 3, 3-0.
Just takes that 2-out knock. Nothing better than getting a 2-out hit with a runner in scoring position.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And that's outside. It's a 4-pitch walk. You want nothing to do with Gabby. He'd rather press his luck against the DH tonight for the Diamondbacks, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
And he wanted never even close to the plate. Kind of nice. D-backs drawing 2 walks here in the first inning. And Gurriel, 3 for 4 in his career against Roop, so he's seen him well.
1 for 4 yesterday, had a double. And the first pitch to him, here's a breaking ball, just a bit low for ball 1. Well, Roop right now is kind of struggling to find the strike zone, living up a little bit to the numbers that we recited before he started. 21 pitches. He's thrown more balls than strikes. He's walked 2 hitters in this first inning. And the 1-0, that's a breaking ball. And that one catches the corner as Gurriel scooched out of the way. He's going to challenge the pitch. Well, trying to get himself a real high-leverage hitter's count here. A first-inning challenge is going to be low. He got the challenge right. The count now in Lourdes' favor. And that pretty good challenge. That was almost 2 inches.
Yeah, clearly a ball. That wasn't just like a just miss. That was way off the plate.
Should get a good pitch to hit here. The 2-0. Gurriel swings, hits it high and deep out towards left field. Going back is Ramos to the warning track, to the wall. This ball is out of here. It's a 3-run shot for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. His 2nd home run of the season. And what a start for the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the first.
Boy, nothing better than that. 2 walks and a home run, and this is off a guy that does not give up home runs at all. But Lourdes has seen him well in the past, and he made him pay for those 2 walks.
Daniels Jewelers is your proud trip around the diamond sponsor. Don't miss out. Grab your 50% off coupon instantly at danielsjewelers.com/baseball. That's danielsjewelers.com/baseball.
3 spot in first. Love it.
What a great start. The 2 walks cashing in. And now first pitch swinging. It is Max Kepler. Fouls the first pitch. Right side. It's 0-1. Looking for that first hit. Kepler swings, sends a line drive to right center field. That is going to get down, and that is going to be extra bases. Kepler hustling towards second, and a head first dive in there with a 2-out double.
Beautiful. Stay back on a really well-located changeup. Not an easy pitch to hit. And Max drills this ball out to right center field and really running hard. And he gets into second base with a dive.
That D-back double brought to you by Uber Eats. Get $15 off your next order with code DBACKS2026. 3-0 is the Diamondback lead here. In the bottom of the first inning, runner at second, 2 outs. 25 pitches now thrown by Roop. And that pitch to Arenado is a strike on the corner. Arenado with a home run yesterday. He had himself a pair of hits and a walk.
So home cooking serving the D-backs well right now.
Here's the 0-1. There's another strike. Cutter that time from Roop. He's ahead 0-2. Let's see if the D-backs get another hit with runners in scoring position here early. They did so well yesterday. And now the 0-2. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 3-run lead means the D-backs are safe at home with Blue Sky Pest Control, the official pest control provider for the Arizona Diamondbacks in Chase Field.
Well, this next pitch is going to be number 29 for Roop. That's about taxing a guy early on.
1-2 pitch. Arenado swings, grounds it foul. We pause 10 seconds for station ID. The Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
KMBP FM Phoenix, Arizona. Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7.
1-2. Roop kicks and delivers. Arenado tried to check his swing, and he could not. I think everyone knew it, and the home plate umpire was just doing a courtesy as Arenado slams his helmet down in frustration. Good inning, though, for everybody else. D-backs, they're able to score 3 runs. They do it on 2 hits and 2 walks. And we go to the second, 3-0 Snakes on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
With the Caesar Sportsbook app, you can bet while...
There's a storm warning in South Florida. It's the Miami Marlins.
Baseball's hottest June team, and they stay red hot this month.
The fish are flying and are officially the hottest team in baseball this month. Otto Lopez is looking extremely all-starry at short. He's among league leaders in batting average, hits, and multi-hit games.
Otto Lopez has himself yet another multi-hit day.
Right beside him, Xavier Edwards, putting up solid on-base numbers while flashing some silky smooth glove work. Throw in Liam Hicks breaking out at 27, Max Meyer emerging as one of the league's best pitchers, and Sandy Alcantara starting to regain his Cy Young form. And hey, they've already proved they can beat the best. This season, they're the only team to hand losses to aces Shohei Ohtani, Paul Skeens, and The Miz. Red flags are out in Little Havana. These Marlins are dangerous.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Saturday, July 4th. Enjoy an extended post-game fireworks spectacular show presented by Bar S. Get your tickets today at DBACKS.com.
D-backs skipper Torey Lavello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 in the Arizona Sports app.
Well, the Diamondbacks have staked Brandon Pfaadt to an early 3-0 lead as he pitches to Jung-Hoo Lee. First pitch to Lee is a called strike, and the count is 0-1. We saw Lee come off the bench yesterday. He was a pinch hitter in the 9th inning, wound up grounding out. As the 0-1, Lee takes a second strike. And it's 0-2. Third batter that Pfaadt has already gotten ahead 0-2 so far in the early going of his start.
Yeah, and this is a really important inning here for Brandon after your team, gets those 3 runs. It looks like they're really getting the roop. Have a quick inning right here.
Pitch missed outside. 1 ball. And 2 strikes the count.
You got 3 easy little fly balls last inning. So you get 3 ground balls this inning.
The 1-2. And he takes it high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pfaadt is a lot like a few other Diamondback pitchers where getting to 2 strikes or getting ahead in the count isn't the issue. It's what you do from there where he has sort of struggled, loitered in the count, so to speak. 2-2. Swung on, ground ball left side. Tough play, Perdomo's got it on a backhand. Quick release to first, got him. Excellent defensive play over there at short, and Perdomo made it look routine.
And he knew he had to be quick with it, too, because Lee gets down the line pretty fast, especially hitting from the left side. But nice play by Perdomo, who just catches the ball, plants, throws, gets him.
So often great defense goes underappreciated as Elliot Ramos comes to the plate. Pfaadt's first pitch to the right-handed hitting outfielder is in there for a strike. 3-0 D-backs, but little plays like that. If Lee beats it out, now it's a leadoff hit. Pfaadt has to go to the stretch. This guy's got some power. Instead, there's 1 gone, there's bases empty, and the 0-1 is low, 1-1. And I'm sure in your career you felt it at times, the years you were playing behind a great defense and the years you were playing behind a not-so-great defense, and what responsibilities you felt like you had. 1-1, that is swung on, hit pretty well to right field, sending Carroll back, still going back, and now reaching up on a back pedal and making the catch before bracing himself against the netting.
Well, that's Ramos. He's a strong young man and hit that ball hard the other way. That ball just kept carrying until Corbin finally hauled it in right at the wall.
Two down for Matt Chapman, and fought 2/3 of the way there towards that shutdown inning. D-backs in front 3-0. And the first pitch to Chapman, taken all the way for a called strike. Casino Arizona, Talking Stick Resort have one premier loyalty experience, Salt River Rewards. If you want to get up to $25 in free play, visit saltriverrewards.com to get started. Chapman swings, grounds it up the middle. It's Perdomo calling off Cattell. He's got it, and the sidearm throw to first from behind second base was in time. The inning is over, and Brandon fought with a 1-2-3, top of the second. We go to the bottom of the inning. D-backs lead the Giants by 3.
Line drive knocked down by Durbin. He got knocked out, picks it up, throws, and gets it.
Caglione grabs it on a backhand dive. He gets to his feet and takes it to first for the out. Diving play at second by Tyler Callahan. Rojas got turned around. He makes a spinning leaping catch.
Tailing away from Mangum, tough play. He's there.
Moving over is Barracuda. He's got it on the backhand. His throw is coming into second. Schmidt's got it, the tag, and they got him. Just a perfect throw by Barracuda.
Diving stop at third. Gonzalez to second, gets the out. What a play.
Speared by Roop, backhanded, throws to second, over to first, double play.
Real Muto, a line drive to left. Dalen Lyle lays out. Did he snag it? Yes, he did.
Lazy fly ball out in left field. Long run and a head first dive for Schneider.
The throw headed towards first is in time.
Little trickler up the first base line. Chapman gets to it, throws, and got him to end the ball game.
20 years of championship play and compete for an estimated $3 million prize pool. Don't miss your chance to be part of poker history. Find all the details at TalkingStickResort.com and register now to claim your seat at the table. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
3-0 Diamondbacks. Sirius Pavin Smith now leading off the bottom of the second. And Roop's first pitch missed outside for ball one. Heavy workload for Roop in that first inning through 30 pitches. Meanwhile, Brandon Fott has thrown 25 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. And now the 1-0, Pavin lookout, jackknifes out of the way of a cutter that missed inside. 2 balls, no strikes. And so far for Roop, 50% strike rate. That's going to make the job a little bit tougher. 2-0, that's outside ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes.
Now, don't let him settle in. Get his pitch count up right now. Make him throw strikes.
That is a 4-pitch walk. That sinker right now is going all over the place.
Yeah, he can't locate. I mean, the other 2 walks that he's given up have both scored. The leadoff walks, they seem to score every single time.
So this will bring up Jorge Barosa. Barosa hitting a $179 on the year. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Shows bunt, takes that pitch way outside for ball 1. I'm a little surprised right now that Drew Cavanaugh, the rookie, isn't maybe slowing this thing down and giving his pitcher a chance to reset. Looked like buckshot in the first inning, and now something similar here in the second. 1-0, same miss, high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Nothing D-backs, 1 on, nobody out. Now the 2-0 pitch, Barosa squares, and looked like he kind of dragged with that bunt attempt. It's not very frequently that the Diamondbacks specifically put the bunt sign on. That's usually reserved for a tight game, late game situation. But Torrey has told us many times that They always have the ability to bunt if they so choose. Here's a 2-1. Squares again and bunts it towards third, but foul. If I were Barossa, you get maybe a start a week here, and you got a pitcher on the ropes, not to mention you already have a crooked number on the board. Man, let it swing.
Let it go. Let her rip.
This is an opportunity here. The situation doesn't necessarily dictate a bunt. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but
well, if you put down a good bunt, you could probably get a hit on that, given the fact where Chapman is playing. But I'd like to see him swing the bat right here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on. That's hit off the end of the bat, shallow center. And Drew Gilbert, straightaway center field, makes the catch. And that'll be the first out.
A little bit off the end of the bat, pulled. It was a curveball off the plate away. Probably one of those he probably should have taken.
So there's 1 down. And now here is Ketel Marte. Marte with a little ground out up the first base line. And nearly a head-on collision between him and Devers at first base, but both players walked away all right. First pitch swinging, Marte sends a broken bat fly ball out to right field, and Jung-Hoo Lee makes the catch for out number 2.
Boy, Ketel had a good pitch. I thought that ball was sailing out of here. It just got a little bit in on the bat on him. Couldn't quite get all the barrel on it.
Just a little splinter of the bat came shattering off. 2 down now for Perdomo. Walked and scored back in that 3-run first inning. D-backs with a 3-0 lead. The first pitch curveball is a called strike. Nothing in 1 the count. Perdomo using his timeout here. Landed a group at 41 pitches. Inning started with a leadoff walk. But the 1 pitch out from Ketel certainly helped the cause. Here's the 0-1. And Perdomo thought about that one a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. From the stretch, Roop's 1-1 is a big swing and a foul straight back, and the count is 1-2. On deck is Carroll. Struck out his first time up. A 1-2 pitch. High and outside.
Well, this count's going to get to 3-2. I think Perdomo's almost up there to try to draw a walk. Get on base for Carroll.
It's exactly where he was his first time up. He was down to the count 1-2 and worked to walk from there. 2-2, huge jump by Pavin. Backdoor breaking ball is going to be outside, and that's a stolen base as the count gets full. So Dave McKay clearly has something on Roop, and he is just paying no mind.
There's no question about it. He's got some data on Roop that even Pavin Smith can take off and go.
This is the first stolen base for Pavin this year. 3-2 pitch. And that's high ball 4. Well, you knew it was going to get to a full count, and you probably knew deep in the back of your mind it was going to be a walk.
Well, can you do 2 walks and a home run 2 innings in a row? There's a possibility right here.
And we are going to get a mound visit. Pitching coach Justin McCaj. Slow saunter to the mound. And all you can try and do in this moment is just give your pitcher some words of encouragement. Gone are the days where you can just go out there and say, throw strikes.
Yeah. Not to this guy.
This mound visit brought to you by Zoyo Neighborhood Yogurt. Did you know that with 20 locations in Arizona, Zoyo Yogurt is always close to you? Come cool off with the best frozen yogurt in the valley. We're waiting for you. Carroll trying to atone for the strikeout in his first at bat, first pitch here, and he takes the pitch in off the plate for ball one. I mean, it has been a slog for Landon Roop. 47 pitches. He has still thrown more balls than strikes. 3-0 lead for the D-backs. And the 1-0. Carroll swings and misses at a changeup.
He was really geared up for a fastball. I mean, he was ready to go, ready to explode on it, and he got the change and chased it out of the strike zone.
1-1 the count. Pavin at second, Perdomo at first. And now the 1-1. Swing and a miss again, and Carroll grimaced after that swing.
Yeah, that didn't look good. Well, he's back in the box. That's a good sign.
Keep an eye out on his next swing. And the 1-2. High and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 50 pitches now thrown by Roop. Not what you're looking for from your starter. 2-2 pitch. Carroll swings, weakly grounds it up the first base line, stays alive.
Change up down and away, and just kind of spoiled it. I'd like to see a mistake pitch right here to Corbin.
2-2 again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The inning is over. And that'll do it for the D-backs in the bottom of the second. D-backs, they are able to get, though, a couple of walks, but do not score. And we go to the third. 3-0 Diamondbacks of the Morgan & Morgan D-backs.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Action te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
This is my 1994 Topps card. This is an action shot. You know, I have no idea what I did this pitch, but it shows me, you know, good form, you know, head down, looking at the, path of the ball, swing, the bat, front leg, sort of straight. Yeah, I think that was a good at bat. I'm going to swear by it. I think I hit a home run this time.
Flip with the glove. That was not a good idea.
All he needed to do was try to get the lead guy by giving him a nice, easy feed.
No, stay on your feet. No. I thought he was going to stay on his feet. Uh-oh. The Goose did not know that the game was starting. Maybe the Goose thought it was 6:45 first pitch time.
Oh, man, off the glove and off the dome. He's saying, oh, man, what happened? It's a moment that you'll never forget, and that'll be on the blooper everywhere.
With Daniels Jewelers.
Celebrate Independence Day with the D-backs on Saturday, July 4th. Enjoy an extended post-game fireworks show presented by Bar S. Get your tickets today at dbacks.com.
D-backs Front Office Focus. Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Drew Gilbert leads off for the Giants at the top of the third inning. Alongside Tom Candiani, I'm Chris Garagiola. Glad to have you aboard for Game 2 of this 3-game series, the first half of the homestand. D-backs after an off day on Thursday. And welcome the Milwaukee Brewers in over the weekend. First pitch to Gilbert, and he takes high and away for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Fought ready, the 1-0 pitch. And that is just off the corner for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. We talked about Fought in the open and about a potential loss of confidence. Totally understandable if that were to be the case. As the 2-0 is a high strike, and it's now 2-1 on Gilbert, who is on the year a .232 hitter with 3 homers and 16 driven in. But I think it's fair to say, Candy, that over the last few weeks, you could use that phrase and just apply it to the Diamondbacks as a whole. The 2-1. Curveball, that's at the knees for a strike. It's 2-2. There has just been a loss of confidence with this group, struggling to put together consecutive performances.
Yeah, I really like to get on a streak here. You're at home against a team that you've just dominated this year. I like to see them rumble right through the Giants, and the test is going to be against Milwaukee.
2-2 pitch now to Gilbert. Swing and a miss. Went fishing for a curveball in the dirt and fought with his first strikeout of the ballgame.
Boy, that really has some good snap to it, too. Grab this ball, good spin, great bite. Oh, really fooled him. That's a great pitch.
Celebrate America's 250th at Chase Field with a special ticket offer for the July 3rd and 4th games. Get 4 lower-level or club-level tickets for $250. Use offer code USA250 to unlock. Go to DBACKS.com for tickets. First pitch foul off the bat of Drew Cavanaugh. Make it just his 3rd start behind the plate this year for the Giants. Here's the 0-1. There's a strike. And fought as ahead, 0-2. Cavanaugh we saw come into the game late as a pinch hitter. The 0-2. And fought, wasted a fastball up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
Purpose pitch, really changing the eye level here.
But Cavanaugh posted terrific numbers in the upper levels of the minors. Started in Double-A, continued that momentum in Triple-A. There's the 1-2. Swung on. That's a high pop up left side of the infield. Perdomo with his right arm waving away Kepler. And he makes the catch. And just like that, there's 2 down. And here comes Luis Ariz at the top of the Giants lineup.
Really successful first time through the order for Brandon Pfaadt. Just that leadoff hit, and that was it. Great job.
Ariz, he had the only hit. The first pitch to him here, he swings and rolls it foul first base side. No balls, 1 strike. And certainly a hitter you can be aggressive to. Ariz does not showcase a ton of power, but he does pick his spots to ambush. As the 0-1 is just off the plate outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to count.
Just fantastic, bat the ball skills. Great hand-eye coordination.
1-1, and that's outside for ball 2. He's an interesting player to evaluate because when we look at the data and when we look at what wins games, slug is still hugely, hugely important. Home runs, power, the 2-1. Swung on, line drive center field, and Barossa racing in. Oh, my goodness, it gets under his glove, and this is going to go all the way to the warning track. Ariz heading towards second. He will fly past it and go to third. And that is going to be a 2-out triple for Luis Ariz on the rare defensive mishap by Jorge Barossa.
Barossa must have gotten fooled thinking this ball was going to stay up in the air longer than it did, because he caught himself in no man's land. This ball was hit in front of him. He got too close to the ball, didn't glove it, got between his legs. And then Ariz, who doesn't have the best speed, that plays right in front of him. He gets over to third base easily.
And that's going to bring up Eldridge with a runner in scoring position. And the pitch to him, he swings and fouls it off his leg. No balls and 1 strike to count. Well, you can understand from Barossa's perspective, perhaps there's a massive amount of pressure on his shoulders to be perfect defensively in center field. He's probably heard the scouting reports on him. He's a great defensive outfielder as Eldridge takes low, but struggles offensively and perhaps justifies his roster spot by playing an outstanding defensive center field. But that one, no center fielder in the history of center field was going to be able to come up with that catch.
No, and he got himself too close instead of just catching the ball on a big hop, keeping Ariz at first base. He turns an easy single into a triple.
1-1. And it missed just inside. Changeup. Now Vaughn has fallen behind here. 2 balls and a strike. Runner at third, 2 outs, the 2-1. Swung on, that's a high pop-up just left of the mound. The shortstop, Perdomo, is onto the turf, and he makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Giants here in the top of the third. So the Giants get a 2-out triple from Arias and nothing more, and we go to the bottom of the third. D-backs 3, Giants nothing.
Brandon Sproat left his last start with tightness in his hamstring, just a cramp, should be all right. 2-2 to Stewart, and he just blew him away with 99. Second strikeout for Sproat. 1-2, a swing and a miss.
That's the sinker, bottom of the zone. Nasty stuff at 98 miles per hour.
2-2 to Arroyo. And he struck him out. He's gone 9 up and 9 down for the second straight start. Brandon Sproat on a roll here in Ohio. 1-2. Strike 3 called. Cutter on the outside corner. That's strikeout number 8 and a new career high for Brandon Sproat.
Virtually unhittable, really.
Check swing. Yes, he did. That's 10 Ks for Brandon Sproat. Blake Dunn went too far. Just keeps adding to that career high to Sproat.
This starting staff has just been on quite the run.
The first time in his career, he's into double digits in Ks.
Supply. See app for details.
Life moves fast. It's fierce, persistent, determined. At City of Hope Cancer Center, we are too. We're moving science forward at the speed every diagnosis demands and every patient deserves. City of Hope Phoenix, pursuing cancer cures at the speed of life.
D-back skipper Torey Lavello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 in the Arizona Sports app.
Gabby Moreno leads off the bottom of the third inning. D-backs have a 3-0 lead. And for Landon Roop, we'll see if he's able to make some corrections on the mound. If you're just joining us, Roop, he has struggled throwing strikes. First pitch here, that's a good curveball in there for strike 1. 52 pitches to get through the first couple of innings. And of those 52 pitches, an even split. 26 balls, 26 strikes. Here's the 0-1. And Gabby takes it off the plate.
Yeah, we talked about being patient with him. I mean, 3.54 walks per 9 innings, and he's walked 4 guys already.
Here's the 1-1. And Moreno's going to take that curveball off the plate for ball 2. The real frustrating thing from a Giants perspective is that Roop has thrown some good sinkers. He's thrown some good curves. 2-1. There's a strike. Great example of that right there. A comeback sinker to make it 2-2. Some solid changeups. But there have also been times where it looks like he has no idea where it's going.
I mean, he's been really his own worst enemy. A lot of pitches thrown. Really trying to find his command.
2 balls and 2 strikes. And Roop, the 2-2 offering. Breaking ball, that is smashed foul. Gabby did well to try and wait back on it, and even then still caught it a little bit off the end of the bat.
You really think about it, the D-backs have 2 hits. One, obviously, the big one by Gurriel. The other one, nice one by Kepler. But that's it. It's the walks that have done the damage.
Two balls and 2 strikes. And Roop out of the windup, the 2-2 once again. This one is outside. Wait, doesn't it look like Gabby's just tracking the ball well? I mean, he's almost stepping over the plate to see that pitch outside.
It's like he's zoning outside right now, looking for everything out over the plate.
3-2. Got him looking. Gabby's going to challenge. He is dropping the bat. And now, hands on hips, looking towards the video board. This is a successful challenge. Boy, for Roop. I mean, he can't get anything right now.
That was close. 0.7 of an inch. And Gabby hit his helmet like he absolutely knew that was off the plate.
But this is a great example of how ABS is starting to really be the predator to a certain type of pitcher, a certain style of pitcher. No longer can you just get those calls off the edges of the plate, especially if teams have challenges. You have to be in the strike zone as Lourdes swings and misses at a first pitch changeup. Gurriel just got a 2-0 fastball his last time up and drilled it over the left center field wall for a 3-run home run. It's our launch of the game inspired by Honeywell Aerospace. Honeywell Aerospace, the future is what we make it. That changeup now is down low. The count is even at 1-1.
It's not like Roop is just barely missing it around the plate. I mean, he's thrown a lot of just scuds up there.
D-backs leadoff man aboard for the second consecutive inning via a walk. As now a step and a throw back to first base. Roop is in there safely. 5 walks issued through 2+ innings. That is just got to make your manager sweat. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Lourdes is taken low, and the count now is 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And from the stretch, Roop kicks in, delivers. Swung on. This is a pop-up just to the right of home plate. Devers, the first baseman, charging in, makes the catch, and there's one away.
Changeup really fooled him that time. A little bit on the inside part of the plate. Just scooped it straight up. Not very high.
So this will bring up Max Kepler. Got his first hit as a Diamondback his last time up, the 2-out double. And first pitch to Kepler here, swung on. That is a fly ball to left center field. Racing in is Gilbert, still sprinting. Nobody can reach it. That's down for a base hit. A 2-hit night for Kepler, and here come the Diamondbacks with Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, we were mentioning in Tampa Bay, Max hit some hard balls that kept getting caught. He needs a few of these to pop in like this. Big, full swing on a pitch that nobody could get to.
Looked like the pitch got in on him, but strong enough to dump it beyond the shortstop. And they were playing pretty deep. Arenado struck out his first time up. Roop has got 3 strikeouts, but again, he's issued 5 walks. First pitch swinging, ground ball through the left side. That's a base hit. They'll hold Moreno at third. Ramos was charging in the whole way. And the bases are loaded for Pavin Smith.
It's a big moment for Pavin Smith. Pavin last time up drew a walk. Also had a stolen base. Let's see if we can get a big hit here.
Well, he has been looking for a real moment offensively this year. It has been just abysmal. Injuries and inconsistent performances. First pitch here, he takes a called strike, and the count is 0-1.
Pavin hitting 153 on the season with that 1 home run.
The 0-1 pitch is a curveball at the knees. 0-2.
It's the pitch he has trouble with. Any kind of spin, sliders, curveballs, splitters. He sells out for the fastball a lot of the times.
0-2. Swung on and pulled foul. Might have broken his bat in the process.
Yeah, it was the inside cutter. Just wanted to make sure that he gets it off the plate inside. Probably setting up this next pitch. Probably a backdoor curveball.
In his career, Pavin Smith with 3 grand slams. Bases are loaded. There's only 1 out. D-backs already have a 3-0 lead. If nothing more from a situational hitting standpoint, you're just trying to get something in the air to the outfield and potentially make it a 4-0 game. But Perhaps he is looking for more. Roop ready. And the 0-2. High and outside. Boy, that sinker, that's never really where you want to put a two-seam fastball about chest high off the plate away. Roop's trying to get something on the ground. Here's the 1-2. Badly missed outside again. And
pitching very, very tentatively out there. He thought he might come back with another curveball, but wasted a couple fastballs and a changeup. Now we're close.
Bases loaded, one out. And the 2-2 pitch to Pavin. Curveball, got him looking, and Pavin's going to challenge. Let's take a look at the video board. Ouch.
Curveball just clipped the very outside part of the plate. I thought he might throw that pitch a pitch or two before.
So a big strikeout for Roop to get there. 2 down for Jorge Barosa. Tried to bunt his way aboard last time. See what he can do with the bases loaded. The first one to him is going to be off the plate away. 1 ball and no strikes. I think if you were Barosa on the on-deck circle, you're just watching that at bat. If you can get ahead in the count, you almost look for one of those curveballs. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and pulls the fastball foul. Right side, it's 1-1.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. A lot of times Barosa, not a real big guy, but he swings like a guy that's going to hit home runs. I'd like to see him tone it down a little bit, become more of a line drive hitter.
1-1. Check swing on a pitch up. That has been a real problem area for Barosa in his limited big league career. Good, he was able to lay off it there. 2 balls and a strike. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the third. And the D-backs with a 3-0 lead. Here's the 2-1. And there's the curveball for a called strike.
That was a big pitch. He misses that. He finds himself 3-1. But he executed it, got himself right back in the count.
Roop puts his glove over his right hip. That's where his pitch comm is. He punches the sign into his rookie catcher, Drew Cavanaugh. So let's see what Roop chooses. A 2-2. Way outside, and Barosa still flailed at it. A changeup. 3-2.
Ball was way off the plate. That had to be not inches. That might have been a foot.
Well, how much do you trust your curveball if you're Landon Roop?
Well, you pretty much know the hitter's really aggressive.
3-2. Curveball swung on and guided foul. Okay.
He dropped the curveball in there a little bit high. Wasn't one of his better ones.
You could tell Barosa was selling out for a fastball, though.
He was. He doesn't like to walk. He likes to swing.
The 3-2 pitch to Jorge Barosa is off the plate outside. That is ball 4. And that is walk number 6 issued by Landon Roop.
And you could certainly tell that Barosa wanted to swing at that, but it was so far off the plate, he just couldn't. He'll take the RBI that way.
So he gets his 10th RBI this season. 2 walks in the first, 2 walks in the second, and now 2 walks have been issued here in the third. And even worse, you walk the 9-hitter to bring up Ketel Marte.
Well, what a perfect scenario for the D-backs.
Marte might try and call game. First pitch, and he takes a changeup outside. 4-0 Diamondback lead. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the third.
Third time that he's facing Roop in this game.
The 1-0. Marte swings, grounds it first base side foul. That was the 80th pitch thrown by Landon Roop in 2 2/3 innings of work thus far. It's a 1-1. Breaking ball grounded towards first. That is also foul. And Marte with some work to do. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
After seeing that swing by Ketel, he might try to come back with another curveball. Wasn't one of Cattell's better swings.
Here's a 1-2. Upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases still loaded. You got Kepler at third, Arenado at second, and Barroso over at first. And the 2-2 pitch to Cattell. Swung on. And that one grounded foul. Change up that time. Adrian Hauser now getting loose for the Giants. The 2-2. Swung on. Little flare left field. Falling fast. That is down for a base hit. Kepler scores. Arenado will score. It's a 2-run, 2-out single by Cattell. And the D-backs own a 6-0 lead.
2-out RBIs. Nothing better than those. Cattell was fooled by the pitch. Did not hit it hard. And rarely does he serve the ball out to the left field, hitting from the left side. But he drops this one in. And because there's 2 outs, they're running on contact, and that's why Arenado's able to score from second base.
So not only have the Diamondbacks been drawing their walks, now they're getting their hits. And here comes Tony Vitello. He has seen enough, and frankly, can you blame him?
Actually surprised he let his pitcher go after Marte the 3rd time.
Pitching change is going to be made. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play to new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. And that is going to be it for Landon Roop. D-backs runners at first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. And they lead the Giants 6-0 when we come back on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with a baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important one.
I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
Base is empty for Victor Barracoto. He's got the power to end this game.
High drive. Left center field. It is out of here. And this game is over.
Second home run as a major leaguer. What a moment for Victor Barracoto. How about 445? He crushed it to left center field. The swing of Barracoto's life.
Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
It's amazing to think that Landon Roop coming into today was working off back-to-back quality starts in which he'd gone 6 innings and surrendered 2 runs. And yet here he is, unable to get out of the 3rd inning. The D-backs have a 6-0 lead, and it's our first look at the Oklahoma native Adrian Hauser. The 33-year-old veteran now is in his first season with the Giants. Spent most of his career with Milwaukee, parts of 7 seasons, but has bounced around with the Mets, White Sox, and Rays. And here he is with runners at first and second, 2 down facing Geraldo Perdomo. And the first one to Perdomo is a called strike.
Think of this, Roop had 11 base runners in 2 2/3 innings pitched, including the walks and hits. D-backs capitalized. He got a chance for more.
It's going to hurt the whip, that's for sure. The 0-1. And Perdomo takes it upstairs. It is much again. It's not only referencing it when the runners in scoring position stats aren't very good. We talk about it as well when it's very good. 1-1. And that's high for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. And so far in this game, Diamondbacks are 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. That makes such a huge difference. It's not a huge surprise to see this group already ahead 6-0. with numbers like that. The 2-1. And Perdomo, ooh, look out. That's inside ball 3.
Made him move his feet that time. It's a big miss. Well, Perdomo can draw his third walk. It'll bring Corbin Carroll up once again.
3-1. Swings, got jammed, pops it up to second. Arise makes the catch, and that'll do it. And so the Diamondbacks, they have a successful inning here in the third. They scored 3 times. They do it on 2 walks and 3 hits. And we go into the fourth. 6th.
Willie Castro batting left-handed. The switch hitter drives it to right. The Rockies are on the board. Touch 'em all time. Second deck for Willie Castro. His 6th home run of the year.
Well, that was loud. 108 miles an hour off the bat, 400 nearly 40 feet with that colossal shot. It was a no-doubter. The only question is if it was going to be fair.
That was at least 8 or 10 rows up.
and Luke, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wolf and Luke, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. What is that? What's going on, Luke? Afternoons, it's Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m. Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m.
Bertie, what's going on?
Arizona's biggest sports personalities are on the local sports leader. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
DBACKS Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, what a night it's been for Brandon Pfaadt. He starts the fourth inning. He's got a 6-0 lead here against the Giants as he faces Casey Schmidt. So far, the Giants have had just a couple of hits from Luis Arise. And the 1-0 to Schmidt, that is a strike of the knees. What a difference we have also seen in terms of the ability to find the strike zone. Pfaadt has only thrown a total of 44 pitches. He's thrown almost 30 strikes. A 1-1. Swung on, that is drilled on a line to right. Carroll went in, now moves back, and that patented back pedal catch is secured. And there's one gone.
Schmidt again with another line drive, nothing to show for it. D-backs will take that leadoff guy out.
60 years, 20 locations statewide, one great partner, Chapman Automotive Group. Find your next vehicle the easy way at ChapmanAZ.com. Devers flew out to the left field foul corner. His first time up. And this time takes a curveball just a touch outside for ball one. D-backs lost the challenge on offense. Pavin Smith with the bases loaded challenged the strike three call. You can understand the situation. There's the 1-0 pitch. And Devers takes it high and outside for ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. So that's just going to force Gabby to be a little more conservative right now in terms of challenging pitches, especially with a 6-0 lead. Here comes the 2-0. Devers, big swing and a foul.
Well, that was a challenge fastball. Down to the count 2-0, just laid one in there and it said, hit it if you can. I got a 6-run lead. And he fouled it off.
Here comes the 2-1. Just missed high. Pfaadt tried the cutter. A little bit of a mechanical change for Brandon Pfaadt. With Josh Colmenter in here between innings pointed it out. No longer does Pfaadt do the overhead windup. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Missed inside. That'll be a walk. First one issued by Pfaadt.
A little squirrely with the cutter that time. Kind of pulled it off the plate inside. Yeah, try to follow that up with the ground ball here.
So Jung-Hoon Lee with 1 on and 1 out. Again, the D-backs have a 6-0 lead at the top of the 4th inning. And the first pitch to Lee. Swung on, hard hit, grounded to first. Pavin has it, takes his time, throws to second. There's one, return throw to first, just in time. And that's a double play. Inning is over, assuming the Giants do not challenge. And they will not, so nice job by Fott. He's fired 4 scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 4th. D-backs 6, Giants nothing on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
Ashcraft with 10 strikeouts and no walks.
And he was as sharp as can be. Slider, curveball, fastball, a couple change-up splits mixed in there. Everything was working for Braxton Ashcraft this evening.
Mookie Betts to start the 2nd for the Dodgers against Joe Ryan. Drives this ball to deep left center field. Larnach going back at the track at the wall. Goodbye. 399 feet, 300 home runs for Mookie Betts' career.
That is incredible. His 4th career pinch hit home run. And the Cardiac Kids come back again.
There's the man of the hour right there, number 7, Dansby Swanson. What a day.
Dansby Swanson, the first player in Cubs franchise history with 3 straight 4+ RBI games.
It is out of here! And this game is over!
Celebrate Independence Day with the D-backs on Saturday, July 4th. Enjoy an extended post-game fireworks spectacular show presented by Bar S. Get your tickets today at dbacks.com.
D-backs skipper Torey Lavello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, Corbin Carroll leads off the bottom of the 4th, 6-0 Diamondbacks, and the pitch by Adrian Hauser is in there for a strike. It's a very emphatic strike call by Ryan Blackney.
Especially for the first pitch of the at-bat.
Let him hear you. Here's the 0-1. And Carroll kind of wanted him to take a second strike there. Instead, the pitch was off the plate. Count is 1-1. Notice a couple of grimaces in the last at-bat by Carroll on a couple of swings. And just keeping an eye on that here as the 1-1 swung on. That's a hard hit ground ball. Boy, it is right to the second baseman Arise, and Carroll very slowly running up the first base line.
Something happened to him with that, and I got to believe that might have been. He's not grabbing anything there, but something clearly is bothering Corbin.
It looks like it's almost upper body. He's so stiff the way he is moving back. Take a look at the replay here. So he swings, and right at impact felt a little grimace. Then had a hard time getting out of the box.
Almost looked like a lower back problem or something.
Here's Moreno. Hopefully he didn't strain his glute. And that pitch is off the corner for ball 1 to Gabby Moreno. So I'd be a little shocked if Carroll goes back out on defense. Unless he just lost his balance running the bases and knew that, Rise fielded it cleanly. The 1-0 pitch is a strike. Good news is the D-backs still have a 6-0 lead. Gabby has walked twice and scored twice. And now takes the 1-1 down. A slider from Hauser. The count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's a 2-1. Hard hit ground ball. That is through the vacated right side. And it's into right field for a 1-out single. Third time Gabby has reached in this one.
Nice swing, and we see that happen so often. Hard hit, ground ball, hitting it the other way, finding the hole, getting another base knock.
So that's going to bring up Gurriel, 1 on and 1 out. Gurriel with a 3-run homer his first time up, and then a foul pop out to first his second time up. Hauser from the stretch. His first pitch is tracked in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. The 0-1. Ooh, just missed. A little bit down.
Hauser's an accomplished pitcher. He knows how to pitch out there. He knows how to work the edges. He's not a guy just throwing and hoping.
1-1. Swung on and fouled back. Looked like maybe a sinker a little bit off the plate. Gurriel got a piece. And we count now at a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, jammed him up inside with the sinker.
One ball, 2 strikes. Hauser kicks and delivers. And an inside-out swing. Gurriel sends it foul. Giants, as we mentioned, had come into this series playing a little bit better. They had taken 2 of 3 from the Marlins. They had taken 2 of 3 from the A's. Now the 1-2. And Lourdes takes a pitch just off the plate. It goes off the glove of Cavanaugh to the backstop. And that's going to allow Moreno to move in his scoring position. I don't know if that went through his glove or just ricocheted off it. It's clearly a pass ball. More concerningly, I thought this might be a strike. I think it went through his catcher's mitt.
I think you're right. Looks like he's getting a new glove. Let's see if it went right through the pocket. They're showing the slow-mo. Sure enough, it did.
Boy, look how much spin is still on the ball. That not only went through the glove, but then it traveled another 15, 20 feet behind him. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
They've tightened up those laces.
1 out, runner at second now. And the 2-2 pitch is a hard hit ground ball right to Arise. He fields, shuffles, and throws to Devers at first. 2 down. Gabby gets to third, and here is Kepler, who's working on a 2-hit night.
Left fielder,
On Dignity Health, our team of orthopedic experts can help keep you in motion. No joint pain, put your life on pause. Visit dignityhealth.org/AZ Ortho to learn more. Kepler goes after the first pitch, pops it up, foul territory, left field side. And no play for Chapman. It hits off the top of the netting. Strike 1. Well, again, part of why Kepler was brought in and put on the active roster so quickly was a need for offense, particularly from a left-handed hitter. As Kepler now takes a strike in the count and 0-2. So the fact that he is chipped in with a couple of hits, that's big, and they're looking for more of that. The 0-2 pitch. Kepler got jammed, but fouled it away.
Sure made a nice play earlier in this game, crashing into the foul wall down the left field line. Making an impact both sides.
The 0-2. Missed down and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. D-backs have a 6-0 lead. A real clunker on the mound for Giant starter Landon Roop. And now the 1-2 pitch. Kepler swings and guides it towards first on the ground. Devers, a nice charging play, picks it up, takes it to the bag himself, and the inning comes to an end. D-backs, they do not score. They get a runner to third, and they strand 1 as we go into the 5th. It's the D-backs 6 and the Giants 0 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
12 News is dedicated to the Diamondbacks. Tune in free over.
In the history of the Diamondbacks, he is the all-time franchise leader with triples. That his 53rd. He has run for the record, and it is going to be such a treat to just watch him over the years.
The story tonight is Peyton Tolley. 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 7 strikeouts. He was phenomenal. He carried these guys tonight. This is an all-around great team win.
One of the most fun pitchers in the game of baseball to watch. Give him a sellout crowd, and he's going to entertain you.
It's been that kind of night for the Sox. It is 22-1.
Second largest win in franchise history. Pretty remarkable.
Out toward the wall. He jumps and
he made the catch. Oh, what a play. He pulled it right back as it was going over the wall. That was absolutely incredible.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Minutes. And if you need help, CollegeReadyAZ.com offers free FAFSA support to help your family knock your FAFSA out of the park. Visit CollegeReadyAZ.com and complete your FAFSA today.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Elliot Ramos leads off the top of the 5th inning. Brandon Pfaadt right now at 51 pitches. First pitch, and Ramos takes a strike. D-backs with a 6-0 lead. Candy, an important inning for Pfaadt. Remember, his pitch count limit is probably right now in the mid-60s. And so obviously needs an efficient inning here if he's going to be in line for the win. The 0-1. And he missed down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know, Torrey would really like to get him through that 5th inning, you know, and give him a chance for that win. Real good chance for that win.
1 ball and 1 strike. Pfaadt delivers. And Ramos, weak ground ball towards short. Charging it as Perdomo has it. Quick throw on the run. And on target in time. That is another tough play that Perdomo made look relatively simple.
I thought that was going to be a lot closer than it was. Perdomo comes in. Arenado can't get to this ball. Short hop pick by Perdomo, all in one motion, and beats him really by 2 steps. Great play.
This is going to bring up Matt Chapman. Chapman is so far hitless as he takes a called strike. I think in 1 the count. He went 0 for 5 yesterday and now 0 for 1 today. No balls at a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And the 0-1 to Chapman in the dirt. Count even at 1s. Boy, this is a player the Giants took a big risk on, gave him a big 6-year extension. It was the 1-1. Swung on and foul tipped. And we paused 10 seconds for station ID, the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
KMPP FM Phoenix.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7.
1-2 the count. And here it is. Strike 3 called. Chapman goes down watching.
Another nice pitch. Looked like the changeup this time. Right at the bottom of the zone. I tell you, Pfaadt's throwing the ball outstanding.
Now this is going to bring up Drew Gilbert. Gilbert struck out swinging his first time up. 58 pitches now thrown by Pfaadt. And with 2 outs, Gilbert takes the first pitch curveball at the knees for a called strike. Nice shape to the curveball as well. You shade Gilbert, the left-handed hitter, to pull the ball towards right center field. 0-1. And it takes that one down. That was a changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. Here's the wind of the pitch. Gilbert grounds it towards third, right to Arenado. From the turf, he's got it. He throws to first in time. And that's going to do it here for the Giants. It's a 1-2-3, top of the fifth. 5 shutout for Brandon Font tonight. And we go into the bottom of the fifth. 6-0 Diamondbacks lead it on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
Every team needs a closer, someone you trust when the game's on the line. At Morgan & Morgan, we've got a deep pull.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Thai Cubs.
And these are Thai Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going.
You know what they say, one great play deserves another. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
We're moving science forward at the speed every diagnosis demands and every patient deserves. City of Hope Phoenix, pursuing cancer cures at the speed of life.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, Nolan Arenado's going to lead off the bottom of the fifth inning. D-backs have a 6-0 lead right now against the Giants as they're looking for their 8th straight victory against San Francisco so far this season. I mean, think about that for a second. That's just an incredible feat as Arenado swings and grounds it foul. 0-1. Not only are you talking about just beating an opponent 8 straight times, again, if this result can hold, but 2, Kenny, you're doing it against a divisional opponent. As Hauser's 0-1 to Arenado. Swung on. Oh, that's a broken back ground ball towards third. Chapman steps in front of Schmidt, has it, throws to first in time. I don't know if it broke the bat or if the entire bat just went flying after contact.
I think it went flying. Well, no, I don't think so. I think the bat boy picked something up in front of the plate. He's got it in his hand.
My goodness, that is about as small of a knob as I have seen left of a bat.
Yeah.
Like 95% of the bat went flying back towards the on-deck circle. Here's Pavin Smith. Goes after the first pitch and fouls it 0-1. But my point is, against the divisional opponent, these are teams you see all the time, every year. You know exactly who they have. It's not like a team could do a massive roster overhaul from one season to the next. As the 0-1 is another swing and another foul. Pavin is just completely changing his approach here. And the count is 0-2. And yet for the Giants, they have had no answer to the Diamondbacks. They have been burned twice late by Ketel Marte homers.
Yeah, that's their first thing. They haven't learned how to solve Ketel Marte.
0-2. This is swung on and hits a fairly deep center, but it is playable. And Gilbert there makes the catch. And Pavin now is 0-2.
Let's see if Barossa can do something here at the very bottom of the order.
Giants have not had a 1-2-3 inning all night. Matter of fact, the D-backs have left base runners out there in every inning of the game. 6 already total. And first pitch, Barossa. Whoops, takes that pitch inside for ball 1. That one squirted out of the glove of Cavanaugh, his glove's got butterfingers.
D-backs already 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position. That's already a lot of opportunities.
Here's the pitch. Barossa takes it down. You've been listening to us over the last couple of weeks, You talk about hitting with runners in scoring position, right? Obviously, it's been a primary focus, and the D-backs were so good at it the first couple of months. 2-0 is tomahawk towards first. That's a fair ball. Devers picks it up, goes to the back himself, and the inning is over. We'll pick up this conversation in the sixth, but after 5, the number is 6. 6-0 Diamondbacks on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
It is a 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's graded higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a pack or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
What's going on, Luke? Afternoons, it's Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m. Burns and Gambo, 2 to 6 p.m.
Burnsy, what's going on?
Arizona's biggest sports personalities are on the local sports leader, Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
D-back skipper Torey Lavello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, Brandon Pfaadt going to take the mound here in the top of the 6th innings at 61 pitches, facing Drew Cavanaugh, who swings at the first pitch, hits a mile in the sky, foul territory to the left of third, and oh, what a catch by Moreno! Arenado lost the ball, and Gabby ran 90 feet up the third base line and made a lunging backhand catch.
You're not going to see that happen every day. You got a gold glover, you got a platinum glover over at third base, lost the ball, and Gabby comes all the way from the catcher spot, runs all the way down, eyeballs Arenado, knows he's struggling, and snags this ball out of the air. Incredible.
A one-pitch out, and that right there, our cool play of the game, brought to you by Chaz Roberts. Chaz Roberts, serving you since 42. So when your family needs 4 generations of AC and plumbing know-how and expertise, remember, choose Chaz. The Giants have 2 hits tonight. They both belong to Luis Arraez, and he takes the first pitch for a strike here, 0-1. I mean, everything is going the Diamondbacks' way tonight, and nothing is going the way of the Giants. It feels almost selfish, the 0-1.
No, it doesn't.
Changeup is down. The count is even at 1-1. I said almost.
You're right, almost. This is a guy that Brandon liked to get out here. He's, like you said, he's given up 2 hits to him. This is the only guy really that's seen the ball well off him.
The only base runners for the Giants, the 2 hits by Arraez in the first and third inning respectively, a single and a triple, and then a walk by Devers in the fourth. 2-1. Swung on, that is crushed out to right field, and Luis Arraez is a double shy of the cycle. It's his 4th of the year. The Giants are on the board, and it's now 6-1.
We said coming into this game that Arraez was the one guy that had the numbers. 10 for 21 with a pair of doubles. Add 3 more hits to that.
And here comes Torey Lavello. We're a bit of ways away from it, but we could see a fascinating situation where the Giants have only 4 hits in the game and Luis Arraez hits for the cycle.
Sometimes you never know what you might see when you come to a baseball game.
So that'll be a sour taste in Pfaadt's mouth, but it won't spoil what was another really good performance here tonight. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play to New Ford is at Sanderson Ford. D-backs with a 6-1 lead on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
Celebrate in
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements. Wow! And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held on to the ball.
Check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face. He really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the hat. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, take a bow. All right, absolutely.
Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Diamondbacks have brought in right-hander Taylor Clark. Bases empty, 1 out. And the D-backs with a 6-1 lead. Clark has been terrific this year, a 2.04 ERA. This will be his team-leading 37th appearance out of the bullpen. He faces Bryce Eldridge, and his first pitch is outside for ball 1. Injured in a car accident or slip and fall? Call on the closers. We're Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud sponsor of the Arizona Diamondbacks. And the 1-0 to Eldridge, that is going to miss inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, you look at the Giants, and you look at the pitching side of things, and it's easy to see where the problems have arisen. The walks. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that fastball's at the knees. Eldridge didn't like it, but not enough to challenge. And the count on him is 2-1. And that's what this Diamondback bullpen needs to avoid. No walks when you have at least a 5-run cushion right now.
Just come right at him.
2-1 by Clark. Swung on, and Eldridge fouls it away into the third deck. And the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Every time Taylor Clark comes in the game, you got to feel good. I mean, he has had one great season up to this point.
Two into the count. And Clark's 2-2 pitch is grounded towards first, just goes foul.
Another really good changeup. Got him to chase that one. Nothing he could do with that pitch.
Two. Ooh, just got a piece.
Same pitch, same location. He barely got a piece of that one. Couple changeups going down and away.
You know, Clark is in that sweet spot where that velo is right at about league average, but he is in the strike zone so often without throwing meatballs. As the 2-2, that is a high fly ball, right center field. Barossa ranging over far to his left, into the right center power alley, makes the catch. And that's going to be out number 2. Carroll is running inward. I don't think he knows how many outs there are. Oh, now he stops.
U-turn.
But even though he doesn't get a lot of strikeouts, Clark, for relievers, well below league average in terms of strikeout percentage. He does not walk many guys. And as a result, he's got an eager defense ready behind him to help. First pitch, and Casey Schmidt takes the slider outside for ball 1.
He has great command within the strike zone. Very rarely does he throw a ball over the middle part of the plate. He's got good command of his cutter, his slider.
And now the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and that is hit high and deep center field. Barossa back, warning track at the wall, and makes the catch, leaping right against the 413 sign. Oh, Schmidt took on the deepest part of Chase Field. It came up just short, and that'll do it for the Giants here in the 6th. The home run by Arise, though, sends us to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the D-backs 6 and the Giants 1 on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
Get in the zone, auto zone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free.
Let's open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not? Right?
He was when he was with the Cubs, right?
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's all
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Your tickets today at DBACKS.com.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
It is the bottom of the 6th inning. And the D-backs in total control of this one right now. They have a 6-1 lead. Top of the order coming up. This is Ketel Marte. And he is facing Adrian Hauser still. First pitch is in there for a strike in the knees. Think about this. Adrian Hauser, the next out he records, he'll have gone just as deep into the game as starter Landon Roop. This one swung on, and Marte pops it up left side and out of play. 0-2. Roop went 2 2/3, gave up 6 runs, all earned on 5 hits, and more alarmingly, 6 walks. He did strike out 4, but that 3-run home run by Gurriel, that one stung. The 0-2. And Ketel with a high moonshot out to right field. It's on its way, and it's gone. Another home run for Ketel against the Giants. It's his 17th home run of the season, and the Diamondbacks get that run right back. It's now 7-1.
I don't think the Giants know how to get Ketel out. He is so locked in against this team. My goodness, just another bomb.
Daniels Jewelers is your proud trip around the diamond sponsor. Don't miss out. Grab your 50% off coupon instantly at danielsjewelers.com/baseball. That's danielsjewelers.com/baseball. And El Perdomo goes after the first pitch. Not quite as deep, fly ball to right. Jung-Hoo Lee is there. He makes the catch. There's one away. It's the second hit for Ketel in this game. That base hit he had that brought in 2 in the 3rd. It broke the tie that he had with Paul Goldschmidt, 1,183 career hits as a Diamondback. And it moved him into second place all-time in franchise history, chasing now only Luis Gonzalez, who's a little over 1,300 career hits. And now here is Carroll. The pitch to him is a curveball in there for a strike. Carroll has looked hobbled at the plate in each of his last 2 plate appearances. He's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts.
He's looked very uncomfortable in this game tonight.
It's a one hopper towards second. And again, very slowly out of the box. Is thrown out for out number 2. Only hit that about 95 miles an hour.
We're so used to seeing Corbin just tear it, break it down the line, but he's moving kind of gingerly.
So 2 strikeouts, 2 ground outs to second. And Candy and I are as much doctors as Dr. Pepper.
That's right. 2, 4, and 10.
First pitch, and Gabby takes it low for ball 1. Diamondbacks have a 7-1 lead here in game 2 against the Giants. Hauser, as the 1-0, is going to be outside for ball 2. I know it doesn't seem like it because the Diamondbacks have a pretty significant lead here. But you think about JT Brubaker yesterday for San Francisco, pitched the final 3 1/3 innings out of the bullpen. As a 2-0 is a strike. And Gabby's going to challenge this one. So he wants to try and turn a 2-1 count into a 3-0 count with the team's last challenge. And that was almost entirely in the strike zone.
Yeah, the whole ball was in the strike zone.
Well, that one's puzzling. Grateful that it comes when you're up 7-1 and not down 7-1.
They'll take it then.
The count is still 2 balls and a strike. D-backs are out of challenges. The Giants have both remaining. And now the 2-1 by Hauser is going to miss it. Here comes a challenge now. Ryan Blackney's thinking everyone's a critic. And this pitch was a strike. So the Giants still have 2 challenges. Two and 2. Gabby swings. Baltimore chop left side. Chapman charging. Has it with the bare hand and throws to first a step ahead of Moreno in time for the out. And now Chapman comes up a little bit lame.
Yeah, looked like a groin issue maybe.
He's limping off the dugout. It has turned into a battle of attrition here at Chase Field. We go to the 7th, 7-1 Diamondbacks on the board.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right, right on a cliff.
Herniated disc, and the work that was done on me by the doctors at Disc made that pain go away. I trust Disc, and I'd encourage you to schedule an appointment and place your trust in the doctors there. Visit sciatica.com or text SPINE to 620-620.
Message and data rates may apply. D-backs skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
It is the top of the 7th. D-backs going to stick with Taylor Clark on the mound. And coming up here for the Giants, it's going to be the middle part of their lineup. Devers, Lee, and then Elliot Ramos. Chris Garagiola alongside Tom Candiotti. It's been all smiles for the most part for the Diamondbacks. They have a 7-1 lead over the Giants. They're trying to make it 8 straight wins this season over San Francisco. D-backs with 2 3-game sweeps already done and dusted back in May. As Devers tap dances out of the way of the first pitch from Clark, the count 1-0. And if they can hang on to this 6-run lead late, they will have a chance to make it 3 straight sweeps tomorrow night. 1-0 pitch, Devers takes outside for ball 2. The other interesting thing here, it's more quirkiness than it is anything really relevant. But the Giants only have 3 hits. All 3 hits belong to Luis Arise. As the 2-0, Devers takes a strike on the edge. And the count is 2-1. And Arise is a double away from hitting for the cycle. And I don't think it's ever happened in history where a team's only hits went to a guy who hit for the cycle. The 2-1. Swung on. That's going to be a base hit because it's gotten out of here. Left center field, home run for Devers. And the Giants get their second home run of the game. His 15th at 7-2.
We just said that before the game when we were talking, that he's got power to left center field, all fields, and he just displayed that right there.
It's easy to think a guy has power when he pulls it 6 to 10 rows. But when someone can just crush a ball to the opposite way, that is real power. And that ball was crushed.
Kind of reminded me of a swing. Remember Ryan Howard, how he'd hit the ball the other way?
Oh, he was the best at almost hitting the ball out of the catcher's glove.
Incredible.
And this is what Giant fans have been hoping to see. Now the 0-1 pitch to Jung-Hoo Lee. Slapped at it towards third. Arenado backing up, has it still on the turf. Fading away with that throw. And he throws out Lee by his step. 1 gone.
Always good to get that next guy out right after giving up a home run. So nice job by Taylor Clark there.
D-backs now try to protect a 5-run lead. Can't imagine after the events of yesterday that Paul Sewald would be available in the 9th inning, but hopefully it's not even close to a save situation. But we are going to see a pitching change here. Taylor Clark coming out. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. The best plan in New Ford is at Sanderson Ford. D-backs lead at 7-2 with 1 out in the 7th when we come.
It's time for another road trip. We're heading to Birdland. Welcome to Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Opened in 1992, Camden Yards set the standard for new ballparks. Creating the retro classic aesthetic of brick and steel, nestled into a bustling downtown neighborhood, Camden Yards breathed new life into Orioles baseball. Just steps from the Inner Harbor and a short walk from Babe Ruth's birthplace, Camden Yards is steeped in unique history and tradition. The 100-year-old B&O warehouse is a lefty's dream target in right field. Take a stroll on Utah Street and be on the lookout for bronze baseballs embedded in the road. These plaques mark where home runs landed over the right field fence. And of course, in 1995, this was the scene of Cal Ripken Jr. breaking Lou Gehrig's long-standing Iron Man streak. Join in on the Unified during the national anthem. Feeling crabby? Grab some loaded fries from Local Fry. Or maybe head over to Boog's Barbecue and indulge in the delicious 92 crab cake sandwich. The city of Baltimore loves their O's and their ballpark.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, Ryan Thompson is going to come on and pitch here for the Diamondbacks. Thompson's been very good this year. 2.86 ERA, 3-1 record, and 32 outings. Bases are empty with 1 out. Here's Elliot Ramos. And Ramos takes the called strike.
Just another one of those trustworthy arms the Diamondbacks have coming out of the bullpen.
You think about the last couple of years, Katie, that's a phrase you've not been able to say confidently.
No.
Because that sinker is a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. But you're exactly right. There are a number of guys that you just trust giving the ball to Here's a 1-1. Now that's a strike to Ramos.
I mean, it certainly is great having Thompson pitching and Ginkel pitching, up to their capabilities the way they were back in really 2023, where they were just phenomenal. And, they have that swagger back.
1-2 pitch. And Ramos takes it down. That's a really good take on a really good sinker. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball grounded towards third. Arenado has it and takes his time before throwing a strike over to Pavin. 2 down.
Back-to-back plays for Nolan. Keep hitting it to him. Those are easy outs.
And it's amazing, one of the challenges all teams experience throughout the course of a season is how do you manage the innings by your bullpen? Because we all know how important bullpens are for the teams that qualify for the postseason. And you'd think if you have guys that you trust, you're going to get them in there as often as you can. Now Chapman, who looked like he tweaked something on that final out in the bottom of the 6th, here he is taking his at-bat with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Takes a strike at 0-1, but with all these guys that Torrey trusts, that allows more guys to actually get more rest. As the 0-1 swung on, and right off the end of the bat, it's cued foul. And now the count 0-2.
We used to always talk about, the A relievers and the B relievers, with the A guys always coming in and winning games. Now, it's not that big a difference. You can use anybody, anytime.
0-2 is way outside. 1-2 the count. Diamondbacks with a 7-2 lead. Thompson set with 3 seconds to throw. And his 1-2 pitch is swung on. That is a pop-up right in front of the mound. Who wants it? And Pavin calls, Pavin catches, and that will do it for the Giants offense at the top of the 7th. Stretch time in the desert. It's all D-backs as they lead it 7-2 of a Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. And the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent in the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one headed for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz. Hot shot. And he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Arizona, gear up for baseball season with Daniel's Jewelers, who is giving fans 50% off a single retail price item. Claim your offer before it's gone at danielsjewelers.com/baseball. That's danielsjewelers.com/baseball.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Arizona Diamondbacks and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Couple defensive changes made by the Giants here at the bottom of the 7th. Gurriel took the first pitch for a strike from Hauser. Now the 0-1 is outside. Count is even at 1-1. Indeed, Matt Chapman has been lifted from the game. Because again, it looked like he aggravated something in the bottom of the 6th. Still took his at bat in the 7th, popped out, and just looked hobbled. As Gurriel reaches down, slaps this ball in the air, inside the left field line, and off the wall for extra bases. But Gurriel, who homered earlier, now has a double. And he's 2 for 4 with 2 extra base hits.
Boy, had a nice double yesterday also. He's starting to swing it a little bit.
A D-back double brought to you by Uber Eats. So Jonah Cox comes into the game to play second base, and moving from second base to third base is Luis Arraez. Those are the defensive changes. Don't forget, bottom of the 7th means the 7th inning stretch brought to you by Arizona Complete Health. Here for the home team and here for your health. Speaking of doubles, Max Kepler has one of those. And the first pitch here from Hauser is high for ball 1. D-backs have Juan Murillo now getting loose in the bullpen. Meanwhile, for Hauser, just thrown almost 50 pitches in relief. Here's the 1-0. And this is swung on and popped up. Kepler got jammed as the catch is going to be made by the left fielder Ramos. Kepler was looking down at his bat as he was running to first, as if he was asking his bat why he had betrayed him on that swing.
You know you got to go when you're talking to your bat. Like, what happened to you?
Pedro Serrano.
That's right.
Worked out for that guy.
Get him some hats.
I need hats for bats. This is going to bring up Nolan Arenado. 7-2, D-backs lead it. At the speed of life, hope moves faster than cancer. With groundbreaking treatments, pioneering research, and revolutionary care, City of Hope is daring to dream bigger and tackle cancer head-on. Learn more at cityofhope.org. Arenado takes the first pitch strike. 0-1 the count. Runner at second, 1 gone. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Arenado swings and fouls it into the screen. No balls, 2 strikes. Diamondbacks have had 11 at-bats with runners in scoring position. The Giants have had 1.
That's when you know things are going well.
Seven to throw as Hauser comes set. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Nasty sinker down and in.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch. Righty on righty, that ball just sinking down and in. If it's up a little bit, you could do something with it, but when it's down, that is a tough pitch to hit.
There is Pavin Smith.
When you look up and down this D-backs offense, contributions everywhere, all through this lineup in this game.
First one to Pavin, and now he takes the breaking ball from Hauser down for ball 1. 1 ball, and those strikes.
I think the guy that's had the toughest game really has been Corbin.
Gurriel at second, 2 down. And the 1-0. Inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Pavin, he's 0 for 2, does have a walk in the second. Wound up getting stranded over at second base. After going 0 for 3 yesterday against the Giants. Here's a 2-0. Pavin rips it foul. And the count 2-1.
You can see his timing just off a bit. Had a great pitch to hit that time, but spun on it, just yanked it foul. Just a little out front.
We talk about confidence. We've been so focused on the pitching side of things, but how many times have you seen Pavin either take a pitch or swing at a pitch, then shake his head afterwards? Yeah. Just did that there. The 2-1. Reaches for that one and fouls it. And Pavin with a cockeyed look again, just shaking his head. I mean, that looks like a man who is devoid of confidence right now in the box.
Just timing it. Timing's off. When you get your confidence back, your timing comes back. You know, they kind of go hand in hand.
Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball. Actually, change up the missed outside. On deck is Barossa.
Let's see if they can get that run back. Just a timely hit here.
The 3-2 is skied to left, and Ramos with room. Drifting towards the corner, makes the catch, and that's going to do it here for the D-back offense in the bottom of the 7th. D-backs get a leadoff double and nothing more, and we go to the 8th. 7-2, D-backs over the Giants on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
Celebrate independent.
Here's Trout, 2 for 2. And Trout jacks one to left field, way back there, and gone! Mike Trout turns back the clock again. He homers on back-to-back days to begin the baseball season.
You never want to take for granted watching a future Hall of Famer. He looks fantastic. The bat speed is there. Oh, man. I mean, and you get goosebumps thinking about how good that player is and how good he still is.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better. But satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Gold jewelry before this offer disappears. Lock in your 50% off coupon at danielsjewelers.com/baseball. Again, that's danielsjewelers.com/baseball. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
D-back skipper Torey Lovello talks with Burns and Gambo Friday afternoons at 2:30 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Diamondbacks, right now they are in front of the Giants 7-2 as we start the 8th inning. And Juan Murillo takes over for Ryan Thompson on the mound. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Best play to new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Murillo has been excellent this year, like most of the Diamondback bullpen. On the season, Murillo with a 2.87 ERA. And facing Drew Gilbert, first pitch, got sawed. One hopper to short. Gilbert with virtually no effort down the line is thrown out by Perdomo. And a one pitch out. That's a tough look right there.
Not a good look at all for the Giants. When you're hitting the bottom of the order, you ground out the shortstop and you're barely running down the line.
One gone now, and Drew Cavanaugh takes the first pitch for a called strike. The count is 0-1. This is just the second season for Gilbert as well. I mean, I'm not trying to pick on the guy here, but played in 39 games last year. This is his first time as an everyday player. As the 0-1 is off the plate, 1-1. Giving max effort on routine ground balls, that's a little bit eyewash. Like there is, you can go too far in the other direction. As the 1-1 is swung on and fouled back. But your team is struggling. You've particularly struggled against this team and the Diamondbacks all year. And it's not like 5 runs is some insurmountable deficit that has virtually no chance of happening. Especially if you can just get it to the top of the order. But just a 1-2. Swung on and fouled back. Get off my lawn, rant over.
In the meantime, Murillo just pumping it in there. 99.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Cavanaugh. And Murillo's pitch is rolled over. That's a broken back ground ball to second. Marte has it. Quick feed over to first. That's in time. There's 2 down.
It's really something when you can throw a 92-mile-an-hour changeup. Well, this is the big batter here. Going for a cycle.
Did one back in 2023. It was against the Phillies. Here's the pitch. And Arise takes it high and away for ball one. You would think his best chance is to catch a sinker out in front and just hook it over the first baseman. As this is a swing and a fly ball to deep left field, but it's playable. Kepler moving back makes the catch. And that's going to do it for the Giants. It's a 1-2-3, top of the 8th inning. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It is the Diamondbacks who lead at 7-2 in the Morgan.
Somebody probably wants to hear about an Oral Hershiser card, and this is an odd one. Because how many times do you see somebody placing sod at an AstroTurf field in Pittsburgh? I asked the groundskeeper at Dodger Stadium to cut me out some turf, and we traveled with our grass, so that momentum, that vibe from Dodger Stadium, and we started to win on the road. So the nickname, the Sod Squad.
Jordan Lawler leads off the bottom of the 3rd. Reynaldo Lopez, first pitch swung on. That is hit high and deep to left field. It took a long time, but there's the first major league home run for Jordan Lawler.
424 feet off the bat of Lawler. And no doubter for him, a kid who was, 6th overall pick a few years ago. They had to find kind of a spot for him. He was a shortstop. They put him in the outfield, and nobody giving him any love after his first big league home run.
Congratulations, Jordan Lawler. That's number 1.
Selection varies by location.
Celebrate Independence Day with the D-backs on Saturday, July 4th. Enjoy an extended post-game fireworks spectacular show presented by Bar S. Get your tickets today at DBACKS.com.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, Jorge Barroso is going to lead off for the bottom of the 8th inning. Adrian Hauser is still on the mound here for the Giants. Giants have used one reliever. And that reliever is trying to pitch 5 1/3 innings of relief. First pitch curveball is down low for ball one. He's thrown almost 60 pitches out of the bullpen. If there were anyone in that Giant dugout who has earned themselves a couple of ice-cold beers after the game, it is probably Hauser.
It's almost like they're grooming him to maybe step into the rotation.
Barroso going to try and bunt for a base hit. He might have done it. Hauser's throw to first, not in time. It was a beautiful bunt, dropped up the third base line. And Barroso aboard with a leadoff bunt base hit.
You can't bunt it much better than that. Good little angle on it. Anytime you make the pitcher field it, that's a good thing.
And for anyone who thinks that this late in the game, that is a discourteous action, it is a 5-run game.
Nothing wrong with that. Need base runners. Add on.
Casino Arizona, Talking Stick Resort have one premier loyalty experience, Salt River Rewards. Join to get up to $25 in free play. Visit saltriverrewards.com to get started. Here's Cattell. Oh, he tried to jump the first pitch and fouls it straight back. 0-1 the count. Marte has got a pair of hits, including a home run. Marte had a little bit of a home run barrage lately. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on hard, hit ground ball to second. Diving as Cox has it. His only play is to first, and he makes it in time. Talk about a great effort there from Jonah Cox.
Robbed him of a hit. That ball's hit hard. Looked like it had a chance to get through that hole, and Cox going to his left, dives and stabs that ball, gets up and throws him out.
Rose able to get into scoring position. Here is Geraldo Perdomo. D-backs with another opportunity to hit with a runner in scoring position. He shows bunt and takes that pitch up and away for ball one. Perdomo tonight, no hits, but he's got 2 walks, a stolen base, and a run scored. Technically 0 for 2. And now the 1-0. Ooh, that was a hanging changeup there. Last thing Perdomo was looking for. The count 1-1. Hauser ready. And here comes his 1-1. Perdomo swings, grounds it towards first. That'll go foul. Hauser still getting it up to 97 this deep into his outing. I mean, it's impressive stuff, Candy.
It really is. I mean, talk about a guy picking up his pitching staff.
One and two. Swung on. Now that's a pop-up foul, third base side and out of play. I mean, you're going to have two relievers for the Giants effectively combined to throw 8 2/3 innings in what's going to be 16 innings pitched, since it seems like not going to see a bottom of the ninth tonight, barring a massive rally by the Giants. D-backs lead at 7-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning.
They might be flipping their starters around.
Runner at second, one out. And the 1-2 pitch. Perdomo takes it up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corbin Carroll is on deck. I think we're all a little surprised to see him out there because he just has not looked anywhere close to 100%. And yet going to remain in the game, despite the fact that D-backs have pretty much had control of this game since the 3rd inning. They had a 6-0 lead at that point. Albeit it might have been premature to take him out then, but after the D-backs basically equaled the run the Giants got in the 6th with a home run in the bottom of the 6th inning, that made it 7-1. Here's the 2-2. There's a high pop-up, shallow center. In comes Gilbert, and he'll make the catch. 2 down for the aforementioned Carroll.
Perdomo getting that ball up in the air, just like his last at bat, just a high fly ball. I think he was just trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Two outs, a runner at second for Carroll. Been moving gingerly down the line. He's grounded out to second base in each of his last 2 plate appearances. He's 0 for 4, and he goes after the first pitch, and it comes up empty. 0-1.
Sure was a good swing. Looked like he had no ill effects of that swing.
The 0-1 pitch. Missed outside. It's now 1-1 on Carroll. Rosa takes his lead. Here's the 1-1. And Carroll looks at strike 2. 60 years, 20 locations, statewide, one great partner, Chapman Automotive Group. Find your next vehicle the easy way at ChapmanAZ.com. Two down in the bottom of the 8th. And Hauser's 1-2 is a little high. 2-2 now. Hauser is about to throw 5 1/3 innings in relief and 70-plus pitches out of the bullpen. The 2-2 pitch. And Carroll takes it inside, full count.
All right, good at bat going on. See if Corbin can get himself a base knock. Get yourself an RBI.
Three-two pitch. He draws a walk instead.
Tried to throw him a changeup. Just couldn't get that one over the plate.
It's going to bring Gabriel Moreno to the plate. And we're going to mound visit now from the pitching coach.
They're still going to stick with Hauser. Really amazing. You walk a guy this late in the ball game after all these innings that he's thrown. That signals usually getting to the bullpen, but not with Hauser.
So you look at Adrian Hauser this year, and I mean, he started in the rotation, and he was starting games up until his last appearance when he came out of the bullpen against the Atlanta Braves. So the most pitches he's thrown in a start this year is 93. That was back against the Athletics in the middle of May. However, his last two appearances, 29 pitches, 35 pitches, and so far tonight, 72 pitches. So a little bit above average this month. As Gabby swings and lines a base hit into center field. Barroso will round third and score. Carroll hustles towards third. He'll be stopped there. And the D-backs tack on a run late. It's now 8-2 Diamondbacks.
Good to see Gabby with that base knock. Get himself an RBI. Watching Corbin Carroll run, he was running well. No ill effects there.
And now, here is Gurriel. He's had a whale of a night tonight. 3-run homer and a double. 2 for 4 and a chance to add to it. First and third, first pitch, and takes it low for ball 1.
Nice little leadoff bunt by Barroso. Turns into a run.
1 ball and no strikes. Here it is. Gurriel swings and fouls it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Eight to 2, the D-backs lead it. A 1-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up towards second. It is Cox just on the back edge of the infield. Dirty makes the catch, and that'll do it for the D-backs. D-backs, though, score a run on a walk in 2 hits. They strand 2, and we go to the 9th. Last chance for the Giants. 6 to tie it up, and 7 to take the...
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is, you know, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Gorman ahead in the count. Cardinals down 5. Swing and a drive. That's a mammoth shot for Gorman. A long home run over the bullpen.
That was a pretty easy swing by Gorman, and that ball went way over the Cardinals bullpen in right field. He has tremendous power.
Get a good pitch to hit. When you do, don't miss it. Nolan didn't. 443-foot shot by Nolan Gorman all over it. Deep right field for Gorman. He got all of it.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
$1,500 in accessories with select Polaris purchases. Applies for non-current accessories. Polaris off-road vehicles can be hazardous to operate and are not intended for on-road use. Driver must be at least 16 years old with a valid driver's license to operate. Always wear a helmet and be sure to take a safety training course. See dealers for details. T&Cs apply.
D-backs Front Office Focus, Wednesday mornings at 11:45 on Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
We will pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs radio network.
KMBP FM Phoenix.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7.
Trey Jamison will make his 7th appearance of the season. He's got a 5.23 ERA this year and a little over 10 innings pitched. He's got an 8-2 lead to work with facing Bryce Eldridge. Jamison ready to go. His first pitch is on the corner for a called strike. Good start. Count is 0-1. Eldridge 0 for 3 in this one. And now Jamison ready. Here comes the 0-1 to Eldridge. Whoops, that's in the dirt. Missed with a changeup. Count is 1-1. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Diamondbacks, the official source of your Arizona Diamondback gear. 1-1, and Eldridge takes that one low. 2 balls and a strike. Jameson sporting more colorful spikes as the 2-1 is caught out in front by Eldridge and rolled foul. 2-2 the count.
Always the focal point. Spikes, what's he wearing?
Almost like we're a red carpet broadcast when he comes into the broadcast. And who are those? Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss. Well, the slider has been the signature pitch this season for Jameson, and that's how he strikes out Eldridge.
Really good one, too. Good spin rate on that ball. Tight little circle, and right to Gabby's glove.
This is going to bring up Casey Schmidt. If he didn't have bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all tonight. 0 for 3. First pitch is a strike to him. Top of the 9th inning, and the D-backs with an 8-2 lead. It has been cruise control after the D-backs got 3 runs in the first and then 3 more in the third without answer. There's a swing. That's hit towards right center field. Barossa sprinting after it, makes the catch, and Schmidt hangs his head in total disbelief. 105 off the bat, but the finishing touches on an 0 for 4.
I mean, again, he has been hitting the ball hard. It seems like every at bat. But another nice play by Barossa, getting a good jump on that ball.
And the Giants down to their final out. Here is Rafael Devers. 8-2, the D-backs lead it. Devers homered his last time up. He's 1 for 2 with a homer and a walk. And Jameson's pitch is outside for ball 1. D-backs with 10 hits, the Giants with only 4. And now the 1-0. Devers takes it downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes.
Devers, as we said, lots of power. Pick a field, he can hit it out.
Here's a 2-0. Takes it high, ball 3. Jameson tentatively pitching to Devers. Five to throw. And the 3-0 pitch. And Devers takes it high. That's a 4-pitch walk.
And you know, if the balls were close enough to the plate, Devers would have been swinging. But those were well out of the strike zone.
Jung-Hoo Lee, the batter. And the first pitch to him is a called strike. They're not holding Devers on at first base. D-backs lead by 6 with 2 outs in the 9th. And now the 0-1 pitch is going to be just a bit inside to Lee. It's almost like Jameson is just trying to get some work in with his changeup here. Lee tonight, 3 ground ball outs, including a double play ball back in the 4th. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and skied foul left side. It's 1-2. And San Francisco with 1 strike left in hand.
Listen, you dropped the slider on him right here. Try to get the swing and miss.
It's been his best pitch this season. Jameson set. Now the 1-2 pitch to Jung-Hoo Lee. Swung on, popped up, third base side, and out of play she goes. the Diamondbacks, in what's been an inconsistent year, one thing that has proven to be very, very consistent, they could beat the San Francisco Giants. They've done it 7 times in a row. And now the 1-2 is swung on, and a little looper towards left. Kepler racing on, makes the catch, and make that 8 in a row. Diamondbacks take down the Giants by a final score of 8-2, and they will try tomorrow night to sweep the Giants for the 3rd consecutive series in 2026.
What a fun game this was. You really got a great performance out of Brandon Pfaadt. Clutch got his team all the way into the 6th inning. The bullpen took care of the rest. And the offense, dynamic. 8 runs on 10 hits.
They gave Pfaadt early run support. I'm sure there had to be some nerves for Brandon Pfaadt making his return not only to the big leagues, but back to a big league starting rotation. He did not squander that lead. He was excellent up until the very end.
6 runs after the first 3 innings, 2 3 spots.
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops.
Any relation to Grant?
I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Alan Rodin. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at it's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Go out, play, be ourselves, and keep doing our job. You know, when I'm behind the plate, trying to call good pitches, give the confidence to the pitcher, throw any pitch that I call, and feel good about it, especially with this team. You know, but I feel good to keep winning against the Giants. You know.
What did you think of Brandon Pfaadt tonight as he was back in the big leagues for the first time?
Feel good, really good confidence. Like. We had a really good conversation before the game, during the game. That's why the chemistry about catcher and pitcher that we have, and it's worked today. Like, so glad he's had that confidence back, and I think it's gonna help us a lot.
June was a very good month for you offensively. How are you feeling at the plate right now? 2 more hits today, 2 walks as well. How are you feeling at the plate?
I feel good. Like, feeling a lot of confidence in the play, trying to take good at bat, good pitch to do damage, and that's what I've been feeling like. Thanks God, and he got me the opportunity and that confidence to go be there in the box and keep swinging. So
Gabby, thanks so much. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Chris, back up to you.
All right, thank you, Steve. Daniels Jewelers is your proud sponsor of our post-game audio. Don't miss out. Grab your 50% off coupon instantly at danielsjewelers.com/baseball. That's danielsjewelers.com/baseball. We are going to take a break. When we come back, Candy and I will wrap it up right after this. D-backs win it 8-2 over the Giants on the Morgan & Morgan D-backs Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging.
Let me check that for you.
To help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. And free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Honeywell Aerospace is proud to support our neighbors, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Headquartered in Phoenix and one of the largest employers in Arizona, we refuse to settle for the status quo and continue to advance connected flight, refine fleet autonomy, and raise aviation standards. From inventing autopilot to making spacewalks possible, we continue to deliver on the infinite promise of aerospace. Every horizon, every mission, every day. Interested in joining our team? Let's talk. Explore our career opportunities at HoneywellAerospace.com. Go D-BACKS.
Big wins are waiting this July at Casino Arizona. Join us for the final grand prize drawing on July 29th from 6 to 8 p.m., where you could take home a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler or your share of $25,000 cash. Continue earning entries now through July 29th. The countdown is on. Get all the details at CasinoArizona.com. Casino Arizona, uniquely Arizona. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
Arizona, gear up for baseball season with Daniel's Jewelers, who is giving fans 50% off a single retail price item. Claim your offer before it's gone at danielsjewelers.com/baseball. That's danielsjewelers.com/baseball.
The Arizona Diamondbacks play here. Arizona Sports 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Well, we pretty much talked about it prior to the break, Andy, but, everything kind of clicking for the Diamondbacks. It's really hard to find a blemish in this one. Really, the only thing we were worried about is Corbin Carroll injured and played the whole game, seemed to be fine, ran the bases well in that 8th inning as well. So all in all, just a complete team victory.
I think it was great. You look about, you got a really good performance out of Fott. That was really good to see. And that's going to be a big pick-me-up, I think, for the rest of the rotation. Really going forward. Bullpen, as usual, did their job. The offense, 4 for 16 with runners in scoring position. 16 opportunities.